Right, if this one doesn't go well, I don't know what I'm going to do, because this is the third podcast episode I've started recording. I've recorded one, like, really long one, just rambling about various things. So I talked a bit about alcoholism and my problems with alcohol and how I'm having a mocktail at the moment, as if anybody really needs to know that. Then I talked a bit about baby, because I posted something about her the other day, and like that made me feel like I could talk about it a bit easier, and maybe go more into detail about it, because this is called the Baby Diaries, and I did intentionally rebrand the whole podcast with the intention of talking about baby more. But I do have www.babyyou'rerichman, which is my blog. So I could start up the blog again and talk about her more there, because I find writing easier than talking. I don't know. But I just wanted, because I'm home alone, and I wanted to record a podcast episode, but I'm finding it very difficult, so I may just call it a day and never post these anywhere. But the long one, I felt like at the end I made some good points about I had a very public breakdown at one point on social media, and I did not care at the time. Like, I was not embarrassed because I was on a different planet. But in hindsight afterwards, I realised how many people reached out and people commented helplines and stuff, and it was like, while I was drowning, people did actually care, and there was evidence of that, and that meant a lot to me. And I was trying to say, you know, you should never hesitate to reach out, or if you're worried about someone, and you should always, if you can, mention helplines and stuff, because even if no one uses it, you know, it's there and someone might need it and stuff like that. And then I started rambling about how, you know, the sun's there even if you can't see it, and it ruined it. So then I had to start again. But I'm going to play a bit of a song called Deja Vu, which is, Castles is coming out on the 4th of May, so not long now. It's 3 days, I think. I'm excited for that. And then I'm going to release Villain after that, and then Deja Vu, and then I think that will probably be it until I release an album again, because I had my album set up to release independently, and then I signed with Bentley. So then in my contract, it's a year-long contract, and I'm allowed to release one album with them, but unlimited singles. So I may release more than 3, because if you're allowed unlimited, why would you just release 3? But I don't want to overdo it either. But yeah, so I don't know, but the album itself will be called Castles, I've decided. I'm not going to do any more polls, because I do a lot of polls and it's other people's opinion, not mine, and I like Castles, so I'm just going to stick with Castles. But yeah, I'll play a bit of Deja Vu. It's I experiment with different people. Like, there's people who I know I like their work and I trust them, and then sometimes I pay people to put some music to it, or for the single Castles, I purchased the license for a track, and I mixed and mastered it myself online. So that was different. I was just experimenting. But this was a guy I met recently, and it's just a quick demo. It's not the finished song. But I did ask his permission to post it, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. So I'll play a little bit of it, because I like it. You always do, and I love you the way I always do. And the bad just fades away just because it's you and it's me and you. I'll make another dumb excuse for the things you do. I try to hold myself back when it comes to you, I comes to you, but all the walls fall down. My poor heart, it breaks in two. Every time, oh every time, same old deja vu. When it comes to you, when it comes to you. You won't look at me, I won't look at you. There's not a man on earth who makes me feel like you do. And I won't care first and you won't. That's where the clip ends. I think I can continue it. Breakthrough. Sometimes it's enough to be in the same room. Baby, be the class clown, I know it's all you know. Oh, do you wish we'd tried a little harder? I can read you like a book, just like the first time I read it. I try to hold myself back when it comes to you, when it comes to you. I try to lay the law down when it comes to you, when it comes to you. But all the walls fall down, my poor heart, it breaks in two. Oh, every time, same old deja vu. When it comes to you, when it comes to you. So that's deja vu. Oh shit. And then I might play a bit of Villain as well. Torn to pieces, lying on the ground. I searched for what the truth was. I got lost, but now I'm found. And to tell you the truth, I miss having you around. I knew who to blame, I needed to escape. The memories drawn in my brain, in love and pain. Didn't know it would fall that hard. Didn't know yet they would break my heart. At the end you always wanna go back to the start. Live it all again. Fix up the cracks before it falls apart. And here you never showed your card. Close to your chest. How could I forget? Stabbing in the dark. I wonder I was left with scars. And I paint you as the villain, 'cause I love you. There, I'll leave it there. But yeah, so that's two of the ones I'll be releasing soon. Obviously Castles is the one coming out 4th of May, but I can't find it on my Instagram and I can't find the file that I submitted in my files, so no sample or preview of Castles, I'm afraid. But I like it. I do like it, and I'm happy with all three. I'm trying to improve my vocals, because I know they're not the best. Like, I'm better, I think writing is my strength rather than singing, but then at the same time I don't want anybody else to sing my songs, and I do sing as well, but I'm just not the world's best singer. It's not my strength, but I'm working on it, and I'm experimenting with the music side as well, so I'm thinking of getting some singing lessons or some musical training or something, so I can communicate better when collaborating with music producers, because at the moment they'll be like, what's the BPM? And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. So I'm not the best to advise them on how to get the best song out of it. I sort of like send over the vocals and then I'm like, right, work your magic, and that's not very fair. So yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I'm really excited. I really enjoy writing songs and watching them become a song and creating the artwork for it and stuff. Yeah, I really enjoy it. So I've always really enjoyed writing, but I've sort of got out of the habit of writing books, because the first book I wrote was called Tete a Pear, and I wrote it while I had the autoimmune illness, and I had such bad brain fog, but I would go to bed like thinking about these characters and thinking about the storylines that I was planning for them and stuff, and I'd write notes everywhere. I would write notes in the notes on my phone, on my iPad, on the computer, on my laptop, and I wrote this book, and I didn't tell anyone that I was writing it. And then I submitted it to a few places, and I sort of got replies back saying that it was good but not good enough to publish, but they could offer me a contract that I would have to pay for. This is usually what I get. And I was sort of like, I discussed it with my brother and my dad and my mum, and no one really thought it was a good idea and worth it. And my brother particularly thought I could do it myself, publish it myself. So I think that's what the conclusion we came to, but we just haven't got round to it. And then I published Paper Doll through Amazon and Girl Behind the Mask through Amazon and Best They Ever Had through a different website. But I still really like Teta Pear. I still like the idea I had for a series. It's like a teen fiction series, and in Teta Pear they get stranded on a desert island, like in a plane crash. And then it's all about these 5 people who have just been lumped together. It's called the 5 Saga, Teta Pear, and like the second one's called the 5 Saga, Diego Garcia. Aoki Mount Cook is the 3rd book, Gnosis is the 4th book, and Rabbit Hole is the 5th book. So I had it all planned out. I designed the covers, and it's just been on hold for years now. But I like the idea, and I will eventually get round to it. But yeah, I'm happy with this podcast. I may publish or post the first one I recorded today, because I think it's got some necessary information and stuff in it, and I did talk a lot about baby, and I don't feel like talking about baby now. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll post 1 and 3, not 2, because I messed up in 2 and I don't like it, so I'm not going to post it. But yeah, thank you for listening.